Hey guys, Mako here. Um, I've wanted to do this for a little while. This is a quick tutorial if you're using iOS on how to set up switch controls, which will let you trust farm. So what you want to do is go to your settings and you hit General, Accessibility, and you want to go down to Interaction and it's Switch Control. Now, when you get to this screen, do not turn that on over at the top. It will hijack your whole phone and be really weird and crazy. Most of these settings don't make any difference at all. I just kind of left them alone. What you want to do is go to Recipes, and I have FFBE and FFBE2. Right now I'm using FFBE. But what you want to do is hit Create New Recipe and assign a switch, and you want full screen. And then right here you want to make sure you hit Custom Gesture. Now, when you get to this screen, this is kind of the hard part. What you have to do is hit Hide Controls, and when you're picturing FFBE, where you want to click is on the Earth. Basically, it's the Earth Shrine. You want the first level, and then you're going to try to set up 3 buttons. So, roughly, it's going to be about 1/3 up the screen to select the board, and then almost all the way down to the bottom to hit the next button. And then I do the bottom left corner for the auto button. So mine roughly looks like this. You hit Hide Controls, you do one right about there, one right about there, and one down here. And that's all you need to press. So leave those alone after you do that. You want to hit Save, and then I'll just do FFBE test. I'm not going to save mine, but we'll see how it works. So if you go to Launch Recipe, you want to hit FFBE test, and then just go back to this regular switch control. Now what you want to do is open the game. So I'm going to go to my home screen and go to World, Grand Shell Island, and you want to go to this screen. This is where you activate your switch controls. So to do that, you have to triple click your home button. So if you press that 3 times, it's going to come up with this. It's going to say configured to FFBE test. So mine may be a little off because I already have the other control set up, but tap your screen and it'll bring up your circles. So mine's a little bit off of the next button right now. But on your switch control menu, once you get that in place, it just needs to come up a little bit on this one. So this one's not going to work for me. So what I'll do is, just to show you, I'll turn switch control off. You triple click to do that. I'm going to go back to my switch control, to recipes, and instead of launching FFBE test, I'm just going to go to FFBE, and I'll delete the test because I don't need it, and go back to switch control. And when I open it, if I go back to that first stage and I triple click again, my buttons are set in the correct spot on this one because this is the one I used to farm. So every time I click, it's going to tap all 3 of those buttons. And you want to make sure you have a nice big friends list to keep grabbing allies for you. It will time out if you have a small friends list. Luckily with iOS, it syncs up really well to your Facebook friends list. So just friend a ton of people in the global group, and you'll get to use their friends units. So this will farm for me. Every time I click, each one of those buttons will get pressed. So to farm, I have 105 energy. To farm that, I roughly have to tap on my screen somewhere close to like 600 times. So I'll just do that while I'm watching TV or something like that. I'll queue up a ton of clicks, and then I'll just set the phone down and let it go. And it will sit here and farm for you until you run out of energy. You can add a 4th circle if you choose to burn your lapis. I don't do that. I just farm this way, and I do get around it's probably 2 to 3% per unit per day that you have farming. So with this group, this is my arena group, but Dark Fina and Olive are two TMRs that I'm after still. I have been farming with my Lewd Mill group just to get dual cast going. It's a little less of a priority now because I finished Gilgamesh today, so I don't really need the dual cast, but I'm sure it'll be useful in the future, so I'm just going to finish that. But that's basically what you do, and just keep in mind with switch control, you won't be able to answer the phone if someone calls you, so you'll probably have to call them back. It's good to put your phone on Do Not Disturb when you're using this, just so you don't get any of those annoying interruptions. But that's it for this one. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I will try to help you out as best as I can.